Well, here we are again with a new Scion product, the 2012 Scion IQ. We picked it up on Friday from the region. They were nice enough to let us have the vehicle for the weekend. So our customers were able to sit in it and touch it, and they were able to drive it. So that definitely helped out a lot, because for a lot of people, the only time they've seen the IQ is what they've seen online or what they've read. But one thing about the car, and this isn't the first time seeing it, this isn't the first time driving it. First time I saw the car was in January of '09, the European domestic market version, and we saw it in May of '09, which we saw Scion's concept, which they unveiled at the New York Auto Show about a month before. And we saw it again in April of '10 in pretty much close to production form. And it was supposed to be released in the fall of 2010. Eventually that got pushed back. So we're just happy to see the car is finally going to be released almost 2 years later. But one thing about the car, and the one thing I would use, or one word I would describe it, is surprising. Driving the car down from LA to San Diego, with all the number of big cars that we have here, from SUVs and trucks and semis, the car does not feel that different than, say, a Scion XD, a Yaris, a Corolla. There's actually plenty of room for both the driver and front passenger. Plenty of headroom. So when you sit in it, it doesn't feel that small. It doesn't feel like the Smart or the Fiat. The Smart and the Fiat definitely feel a lot tighter. You won't know, or you won't notice how small the car is until one of two things happen. Either you turn around and you look at your blind spot to see if someone's there, and you see the rear window glasses right near the driver's seat. And when you get outside the car, and you look outside, you're like, wow, I just drove in that thing. I mean, it's small. It's 120 inches. I mean, our XD is 155 inches. The XB is 167 inches. I mean, this is a small car, but it doesn't drive small, and that's the one thing that's very surprising. I'm driving it here right now at 70 miles an hour. It's driving at 2,100 RPMs, and it feels just like an XD or a Corolla. One thing that's also really nice about the car, because of the wide track, it's actually very stable at freeway speeds. Driving down from LA to San Diego, I was averaging anywhere from 70 to 80 miles an hour, and the car had no issues keeping up with traffic, passing cars on the freeway. And also with the wider track, there's a lot more directional stability. The Smart and the Fiat, when I drove that, it almost felt like I was on top of the car.